What is up, water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, how are you guys doing? We're going to take a little look here tonight and see how the energy looks with the new person. Newest person that you just recently connected with. This is one mini reading for each water sign. One for Cancer, one for Scorpio, and one for Pisces. If any of you are in need of a personal reading, if you want, you can just go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com, but I do have a link right down here in the description of this video, okay? All right, let's see what we got. Cancer, how's the energy looking between Cancer and the new person? How's it looking? Five of Pentacles reversed. I don't know who needs to hear this, but any of you who are worried about being ghosted, I don't know who that is, but no, you're not being ghosted. You ain't about to be ghosted. Page of Wands reversed. Somebody here feels like they're in out of their league. Who is that? Is that you? I don't know. I'm getting a real specific message here that somebody, I don't know if it's you or them, but somebody feels like they're in out of their league and they're going to get ghosted. And no, that's not going to happen. You're not getting stabbed in the back. You're not getting ghosted. But I'm just seeing, it feels like insecurity here. Somebody here is really insecure. I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything that you need to worry about. This just screams insecurity coming from somebody. I don't know who. I mean, in the very heart of the spread, I have the Cancer card in the reverse. That's the only reason I'm kind of inclined to believe that it might be you, but these energies could go both ways. Some of y'all dealing with a Taurus. I also have Leo. We got two Kings in the upright and the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe whoever it is that feels insecure has nothing to be insecure about. If it's you, maybe you're just dealing with one of the most independent people you've ever met. And sometimes, if you've never met an independent person with good intentions, that could be misconstrued for somebody that doesn't care about you, which nothing could be further from the truth. I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole just yet until I get their energy and intentions out, but yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of insecurity in this first spread here. All right, let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. Let's get to it. Their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Six of Pentacles. Well, the first thing that's yelling at me here is the only cups that I have are the Six of Cups, Five of Cups reversed, which means healing from something that happened in the past. That's a healing card as well. I think this person's ready to find a life partner and settle down. I think so. Man, this could be an earth sign for some. There's a lot of earth energy in here. A lot. There's more earth energy in here than anything else. With the Seven of Coins and the Ten of Coins. Page of Coins. Or Pentacles, whatever. Six of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles reversed. Some of you might be dealing with somebody that's very busy. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're dealing with somebody that says that they're always busy with work and you're wondering if they're lying to you, no, they are not. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Lover's card. They're ready to settle down with a life partner. No, they are not playing games. No, they do not want to ghost you. I don't know who needs to hear that. Okay, well, let's get the advice. What's the advice? World card reverse. Well, we don't really want this to turn into a cycle. Man. I don't even know. I don't really have a really profound piece of advice. I can't just tell you, don't worry about it. You know, it doesn't quite work that way. But I would be monitoring the energy if I was you. And if that energy continues, it could start to threaten the connection. There's one thing I've been having to tell everybody tonight. I don't know why. Vibration supersedes intentions. When it all comes down to it, vibration is the primary law. Primary. So even if intentions are good on both sides, even if both of you have nothing but the best of intentions to lay a solid foundation, love, life, happiness, loyalty, success, health, wealth, and prosperity. If a connection is filled with fear, doubt, insecurity, unhealed trauma, that vibration will manifest. That'll supersede the intentions. I see it happen all the time. See it happen all the time. I can't tell you how many relationships I've seen go down the toilet when they had no reason to, other than the vibration wasn't able to sustain the intentions. So monitor the energy. Monitor the energy. All right. I don't know who's bringing the codependency energy to the table, but it needs to be understood. My happiness is my responsibility. Your happiness is your responsibility. It's not my responsibility to make you happy. It's not your responsibility to make me happy. I will do everything in the world that I can to help lift you up and help make you as happy as possible. And I greatly appreciate the privilege of having someone by my side who will do the same for me. However, your emotions are not my job. My emotions are not your job. I greatly appreciate all that you do for me to help make me happy. But if I'm not participating in my own happiness, there's nothing you can fucking do. And vice versa. That needs to be understood and respected on both parts. Or that is, if I had to make a list of the top 3 leading causes of relationship failure, that would definitely be one. Definitely. 100%. Probably number 1 on the list, honestly. So if y'all can get that straightened out, shit, this could lead to marriage potentially. But if not, there's another card that I've been seeing for everybody tonight. It won't survive 2026. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's see how the energy is looking between Scorpio and the new person. How's the energy looking between Scorpio and the new person? Chariot reverse. Some of you dealing with a Cancer. Two of Cups. Uh-oh, Five of Wands. Yeah, y'all might be hitting some bumps in the road. Might get a little bit bumpy this month between the two of you. And it does kind of look like, at least for the time being, that this connection is kind of sitting at a standstill. But I'm not seeing separation happening. I am not. It really doesn't look like a lot of forward movement. I guess this probably has a lot to do with the damn retrograde that we're going through right now. Man, I was at the first half of the pre-shadow, I was thinking, fuck yeah, man, an easy fucking retrograde. Thank you, universe. And then nope, second half, bam! Oh my God. Oh, it hit like a ton of fucking bricks. And that's enough to make any connection, you know, anything you're trying to do, slam to a halt. I'm not seeing separation happening, though. There's a lot of potential for success here. A whole lot. I think a lot of you are starting to see that, too. Starting to see that. Some of you dealing with a Leo. I have Cancer, Leo, and that's it. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. New person Scorpio's dealing with. Their feelings, energies, and intentions. Man, I got feelings for you, bro. You know me. I'm going to tell you if I see some bullshit. I've been seeing a lot of good energy coming through here tonight. A whole lot. And honestly, in retrospect, those tend to be the most positive readings, is the new connections. When it all comes down to it, if I take everything that I read, past person, current long-term relationship, love interest, you know, and everything in between, the new person usually has the best energies and intentions. It's just that something goes wrong along the way, doesn't it? No, I think this person has a lot of feelings for you. I think so. Very emotionally independent. They're not afraid of being alone. I think they're afraid of losing you, honestly. Yeah. They know that they're starting to fall crazy in love. Now they're getting scared. They're getting scared of that feeling where you fall in love with someone and then you get your heart ripped out. And like I said, for a lot of you, this person's not afraid of being alone, and they've probably gone on one hell of a journey of healing from heartbreak to get to this point. So you get to that point, you're healing, and you meet somebody, and it's like, oh man, oh, I want to go through that again. Oh shit. Looks pretty solid, though. Looks pretty solid. They may not be letting you in on those little fears. They may play it off and make it like it's nothing. But if you feel something going on beneath the surface, like there's more than what meets the eye, that's what it is. All right, what's the advice? What is the advice? Well, for November, for the month of November, for the rest of the retrograde, actually, Mercury. Let's try to lay low. Lay low. Try to be patient. You know, make sure when it comes to communication, don't be afraid to stop and be really careful about how you're communicating. And if you think that there may be a miscommunication, don't be afraid to ask questions. Lay low. Don't try to control the rate of speed in which things are moving right now. Allow for a slow, gradual transition, especially in the beginning. And, you know, I'm not going to say that you just want to go all through life being lazy and not doing nothing, but there's a time and a place to fight against the current, and there's a time and a place to go with the flow. You know, too many people out there aren't making progress in life because they're trying to swim against a riptide. You ain't going to swim against no goddamn riptide. That's when you let go and go with the flow, because that's the universe saying, I got this, right? So there's a lot of potential for success here. Lay low and let the rest of this retrograde play out, and try to lay low and just relax, okay? In 2026 could turn into a very, very transformational year between the two of you. All right, Pisces. Let's see how the energy is looking between Pisces and the new person. The newest person you just recently connected with. How's it looking? How's the energy looking between Pisces and the new person? Knight of Wands reversed. I'm not speaking on that yet. Hang on. Hang on. And another one of the most common cards to come out tonight. What's this? That goes right in line with the Two of Wands, though, too. Two of Wands is about being at a crossroads and not knowing which path to take. So, is this going to turn out successful, or is this going to shit? Yeah, okay. Man, honestly, you know what? This feels to me, I don't even know how to describe this, like those crazy, unexplainable emotions that, how do you explain that? I don't even know how to explain it. I think I'm channeling a lot of Pisces energy here, because basically what I'm talking about is those emotions that make no sense. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know how to explain them. You don't even understand them yourself. You know, so you just try to bottle it up and be quiet. And that's where a lot of Pisces get real quiet, because you got these crazy emotions going on inside. You don't know why they're there. You don't know what they are. You know, you can't tell how you feel. You don't know how to express it. You don't know how to explain it. So a lot of Pisces people, especially Pisces men, are really bad about this. Can get real quiet, you know, because there's a storm brewing in there. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, honestly. A lot of fears, happiness. Like, this is an emotional roller coaster. Happiness, sadness, fear, insecurity, euphoria, bliss, just up and down and back and forth and up and down and back and forth. And it's making for a hell of a roller coaster ride here. And this is another fucking card that keeps coming out for everybody tonight. Let's see this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. I got to clear the air, man. That was heavy. Woo, that was heavy. Hang on. Hody-do, yo. Hody-do, yo. Hody-do, yo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. All right. Let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. Sun card reversed. Six of Wands reversed. So this person feels, well, hang on, let me get the rest of the spread out. Hang on. Judgment, Ace of Cups reversed. Ah, okay. 10 of Cups in the heart of the spread. So, I got to be careful how I word this. First of all, let me say this. I don't see bad intentions. I've seen very few bad intentions in any of these new person readings. But I do think that this person is kind of a negative person. Not a bad person, just a negative person. You know, glass is half empty. Always focusing on the negative. Has a problem for every solution. You know, that type of mentality. You know, it's just a negative-minded individual. You could hand them a briefcase with $1 million cash and they're going to bitch because the bills are wrinkled. You know, that type of, we've all met that kind of person. And yeah, if you're going through your own little emotional roller coaster, being around somebody like that is not gonna fucking help, dude. That's not gonna help things at all. So, I think their intentions are good. Like most, not all, but most new connections. I think their intentions are good. They're ready to find a life partner and settle down. Here's another one of the most common cards that has come out tonight. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. They're guarded. They have trust issues of their own. 7 of Swords, Devil reversed with the 9 of Wands. That's trust issues. Been seeing a lot of the same shit tonight, man. A lot of the same shit. All right, whatever. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? What's the advice for Pisces and the new person? Eight of Swords. We got 10 of Cups there. Well, where the two of you are right now is at a very delicate place. You know? It's at a very delicate place. It's almost like you need to crack the pressure relief valve. Don't pop the cap off. Pow! Don't do that, but pressure relief. I get it. When you meet someone new, it can be a scary thought. Do I let my guard down and let you in on who I am and what I got going on in here? Would that push you away? Would that freak you out? Would you look at me funny? But you got to do it slowly. Do it slowly. Don't barf it all on the table. You know? I think I'm going to tell you pretty much the same thing I told Scorpio. Let's ride this retrograde out. This one's a heavy one. It sucks. I was thinking this was going to be an easy one, but it wasn't. The first half of the pre-shadow. Fucking smooth sailing, dude. For me, the pre-shadow is the heaviest part. I don't know about anybody else. But the pre-shadow kicks the hardest. So usually, within the first week of the pre-shadow, I can tell how this retrograde is going to be. This one surprised me. The first week, I was like, ooh, this one's smooth sailing. Thank you, universe. Fuck yeah, man. Second week, pow! So this is fucking with a lot of people. I'm telling you, this is one of the most common cards that I've been seeing. I have 20 tarot decks here on my table. I never pull 2 spreads in a row from the same deck. And I've used all these decks tonight with all the different signs that I've read. The 10 of Wands comes out 8 out of 10 times. 8 out of 10 spreads that I pull, 10 of wands comes out. This is a heavy retrograde season. I'm going to tell you what I told Scorpio. Try to ride it out and relax. Okay? When you feel that you're at a place where it's just too much in here, communicate that. If you have to go quiet, go quiet. You know, that's never going to stop. Even when you meet your divine life partner. Oh, there are still days I am very happily married to my divine life partner. And every once in a blue moon, one or the other of us will be like, I'm not in a good mood. I need to be left alone right now. I got to get my vibe right. That's what emotional independence is all about. I'm not doing good right now. Leave me alone. Okay. I got to get my vibe right. Sometimes you got to do that. Communicate that. Communicate. I just need to be left alone right now. Now, I'm not saying that it needs to extend into I need space from the relationship. No, that's when we're crossing into bullshit territory. You know. But on some days, it's like, you know, I got a lot going on in here. I'm not in the greatest mood. I'm not going to be fun to be around. I just want to let you know that. I just kind of need some time to myself. You know, make sure communication is transparent between the two of you. Ride this retrograde out. I see a lot of potential with a lot of new connections here at the end of 2025. There's a lot of people with the potential to lay a solid foundation in 2026. You know, that first 6 months to a year is so important. So important with how that foundation gets laid, dude. So important. But during retrograde season, I get it. I don't like being told either that, oh, you just need to lay low and relax. And it's like, sometimes it's like, I can't. My life is not going to wait around on me to relax. And I get it. I know how annoying it sounds. But every now and then, when the universe is kicking you hard enough, sometimes, if not laying low, could jeopardize everything. Lay low, okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my water sign family needed to hear. I think I saw a super chat earlier, didn't I? Yes, I did. Try. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.